What is a sign of low intelligence? As someone who tests IQ as part of his job, I find an odd trend is strongly predictive of low to borderline IQ, being able to read fluently but then struggling to paraphrase what was read. So not understanding what they read means someone is not intelligent. Am I reading your comment correctly? Hope so, hahaha. Having your hand be bigger than your face. I know your tricks. Fool me, won't get fooled again. The old saying out in Tennessee, Texas, maybe in Tennessee, Texas, Tennessee. Fool me once. You won't fool me. Making strong opinions on topics you don't understand. Thinking you know more than you know, or more appropriately, not understanding how little you know. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Posting blatant stupidity to Facebook as reported by the Dunning-Kruger Times. I wish I was kidding. Go through my post history and you'll get an idea. I'd argue that knowing or suspecting that you have a low intelligence implies you are smarter than you think. To know the limitations of oneself is a good indication of intelligence. Of course, it's likely this post was just a joke. The smartest people in the world understand that they have much to learn. The difference is that they have the desire to learn as much as they can. The first step is always knowing there is more to learn. Ironically, ignorance is the first step of learning. And knowing is half the battle. People who confuse their opinions with facts. People that think screaming at you and calling you things that are not so nice, thinking it will magically change your whole view. Can't stand it at all. Yes it will, you ducking idiot. Carrot, you forgot screaming. Hash, yes it will, you duckine idiot. Useless duckine pieces of shit. Constantly talking about how smart you are. It's an insecurity. It's a pretty decent rule of thumb that if someone is going out of their way to call themselves some positive trait, they are not that thing. Very true. One of the secrets of reading people. People who brag about certain things seem to be most insecure about that trait, although this doesn't apply 100% of the time. Like those people who manage to interject that they are Christians into every advertisement or conversation. The boy's gonna take you for a ride and I's gonna cost you money. Don't trust anyone with a Bible verse on their business card. It's usually there because they are going to do something you'll need to forgive them for. / old Southern saying. People who think they are always right. Absolutely right. No way we are wrong. That's what I say all the time, but nobody listens to me. Because they are idiots. Getting sucked in MLMs. My friend has just been duped by another one. She's actually really smart, but she's naive about these kind of scams. The first one was skincare, and I gently explained over a few weeks what was going on and how the company works. Because she was being pressured to buy more, she took my word and got out. Now she's doing a travel agent thing. She asked me what I thought, and I said, do you have to pay in order to earn? Yes, she said there's a sign-up fee. I told her it was a scam, but she's gone ahead with it anyway, because it was another close friend who involved her. I have to be supportive, but I just want to shake her, and I want to scream bloody murder at the other girl who involved her. I actually signed up for an MLM one summer in high school, but only did the training. The training was 3 days and unpaid. But it was only on the third day did the red flags start popping up, because that was the day when you would sign the contract. They wanted access to my contacts so they could send texts and letters to my friends so that they could hire them. The other guy who I was training with did it. Gave them like 50 of his contacts. I didn't because that was against my morals. And the instructor gave me a dirty look when I said I wasn't going to do it, even though he said it was optional. In the letter they told me they paid by the hourly appointment, which I assumed they made for me. Nope, I had to make them, and they don't even give me people to choose from. I just have to use people from my contacts and hope they recommend me to someone else. It was just too little pay for too much work, and it seems like it only attracted some type of people, like extroverts. The product. They said it was high quality. But ironically, when they wanted me to start making appointments on the third day and I started, a lot of the friends and family who I wanted to make one with already had bought from them and told me that the product was shit and broke easily. World felt like shit to lie to people about a product. On the first day of training, there were about 8 of us. Then on the last day it was just me and the other guy. Guess the others were wise enough to drop out quick. I quit after the 3rd day of training. But I feel bad for the dude I was training with cause he didn't. Were you by any chance selling knives? Yes, I was. Vector, I think, was the name of the company. Not being able to entertain an opposing thought without losing your shit. If you ask someone to examine things under a different perspective and they start getting angry, you're talking with an idiot. If someone is unable to contribute to a conversation in a constructive manner in regards to opposing opinions/beliefs, they might as well have a giant blinking sign saying I'm an intolerant idiot above their head. Repeat the same mistakes and blame everything else but you. Not once or twice, but for years and years. Without improving 1 inch and still blaming others. That sounds like narcissistic personality disorder, not the character trait. Being afraid or ashamed to say I don't know when they don't know. Insecure noises. I heard Tina's weird sounds from Bob's Burgers when I read this LMAO. Believing conspiracy theories for every little thing. Especially believing in contradicting conspiracies. Such as believing COVID-19 is all just a hoax and nobody is actually dying, while simultaneously believing more people are dying from it than reported, and the government is covering it up. They think that questioning everything makes them smart. I agree it's healthy to investigate the facts, but ain't nobody spreading coronavirus through cell phone towers. Most of the question everything people simultaneously post crap to Facebook that shows them to believe anything people. They usually just claim to question the things they don't like so they can say they made an educated decision as to why they don't support a mainstream idea when it comes to automatically believing something that already matches their worldview. The whole idea of them questioning things goes right out the window, even if it's absurd or insane. Being on Love Island, I felt my brain cells die when they were talking about Brexit. Is it a cabbage? Does that mean we won't have any trees? It just hurts to listen to, like, what ducking jump in logic is going on inside their heads. Not being sure if mayonnaise is an instrument. The wonderful sounds of mayonnaise indeed. Who could forget? I went out with a woman last year who couldn't calculate a 20% discount. I'm not talking internally. I'm saying that even if she had a calculator she wouldn't know what to do. She was a primary school teacher. I was telling a friend how I would calculate a %20 tip in my head. I'd take %10 of the bill and then just double it. And he was confused as to how to get the %10. You literally move the decimal ones to the left. Dude, I'm not joking. You just blew my ducking mind. I always got C's and D's in math and thought I was retarded. I tried this with several examples, then used a calculator to double check. It was correct every time. Can't believe I'm 25 and not a single other adult was able to explain this to me, especially my teachers. I hated it when you would get the right answer but with a different method, so they tell you you're wrong. I also hated the teachers that taught straight out of the book. You changed my life. I truly am an idiot. There are tons of shortcuts like this in normal arithmetic, but a lot of teachers don't show them because it's not the real way to get that data. It's super practical, though. This kind of reasoning is 100% what Common Core math is based around. Predictably, everyone's parents hate it and want them to just teach an algorithm. Bragging about passing a dementia test. Hey, the first few are easy, but I bet you probably couldn't even answer the last 5/s. Mon man. Only a genius can remember person woman man camera TV. Wow. You even got them in order. Good job, genius. You get extra points. A lot of the answers on here are pure rubbish and more about personality and approach to life than actual intelligence. You can be a person with a low IQ and still be skeptical and curious about things. Just as you can be intelligent and closed-minded, and actual sign of low intelligence would be something like low processing speed, trouble with basic arithmetic, low reading comprehension, etc. And actual sign of low intelligence would be something like low processing speed, Trouble with basic arithmetic, low reading comprehension, etc. Exactly. A lot of people are just posting here to shit on personality traits they don't like. I know plenty of close-minded geniuses and open-minded retards. One has nothing to do with the other. Earth is flat supporters. I never understood this one because why? They're like scientists lying to you and making up a bunch of science stuff so you'll be dumb enough to believe the earth is actually round. But like why? Why would they do that? Best I gather is it usually becomes some secular vs religious thing where the whole scientific community of baby eaters is trying to destroy religion or something. There's a documentary called Behind the Curve on Netflix that's about flat earthers. The filmmakers are not flat earthers, so the thing is told from a neutral standpoint and bruh. It's batshit. One of the most well-known popular flat earther is this woman who refuses to believe anything happened unless she's personally seen it herself. Meaning she does not believe 9/11 or the Boston bombings or any sort of terrorist attack has ever happened because she was not physically present at the scene when it happened. Also, no spoilers, the ending is honestly hilarious. Lol, it's like she read the definition of solipsism and took it way too literally. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.